They like the movement. The movement. If they're on that whole trading thing, they gonna wanna gonna wanna support you. They gonna wanna see you do good. Like it ain't no competition.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And you know what's crazy? I just posted. Let me see if this better. No, that's too dark. All right, but yeah, let me see. I had just posted on like Twitter, and I was just like, bro, you really can't be friends, uh, like with people that see you as competition because they'll never be able to do things out of genuine. You know,
Right, right,
they'll always do it to try to have the one up on you. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
So yeah, I had just tweeted that because even like I noticed that like even with my brands and like me hopping into different lanes, you know what I'm saying? Like I got friends that already got like, trading apparel, I got friends that
Yeah,
already got, businesses and shit like that. And it's just like once you as a friend start hopping into other lanes or just try to diversify your portfolio, it's like people don't see it as like, oh, growth. People see that shit as like, oh, he trying to compete. That's gonna take money out of my pocket and da da da
yeah,
da. Like, and that's just such a slave way of thinking, bro. You
it
know what I'm
is.
saying?
But
Like
I
it's
feel,
that's such
I
a
feel like even in this whole trading thing, a lot of people be pocket watching a nigga versus
yeah,
trying to get on.
yeah,
Like try to get something from something. I'm saying like it's crazy. I see a lot. I think I see a lot of that people be trying just watching how much somebody else making and
yeah.
trying to do something to what the other person is doing and try to compete. But is there really ain't no competition? The world is so big. The reach is so far
Talk to
on
him.
Instagram. It's crazy. Like you could reach so many different people, like a whole different community. Because there's still people that don't know about trading. There really is
Exactly.
still people that don't know about you. Say
Exactly.
someone hop on your profile through the Explorer, they may just want to support you because
Exactly.
they like what you're doing.
Exactly, bro. Yeah.
They might buy a hat because they're trying to link with you just to learn what you learn. So
Exactly.
it the reach through Instagram is so far, like it's
Yeah.
so wide. Like it ain't no competition if they genuine.
Right. And that's why like even like what like with that, what you saying that, right? I was trying to explain to like one of my homies because we both started a brand like at the same time, except his is geared towards more like the marijuana industry and shit like that.
Right.
Man, my shit, I'm telling him like, bro, like I'm so catered to the people in a certain audience. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
catering to a certain audience that like other people probably don't even know. Like, yeah, anybody can wear Blue Profits. Anybody can, you know what I'm saying? But it's like
Mm-hmm.
only those that really know is gonna know what
No.
this shit mean. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. No.
everybody that trade know how I feel when your phone close out all blue. You know what
Blue.
I'm saying? Like when it go from when you've been holding and you've been in red forever and then it finally go blue. Like you know that,
Right.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's more for me like a manifestation, like a, you know what I mean? Like almost like a mantra. You know what I mean? Except we wearing
Yeah.
it and everything like that.
I feel you. I definitely feel you on that. The only people that don't understand what I mean is gonna connect to it. It's all about connecting to somebody. They
Exactly.
going certain people gonna connect to that for real. Cause when you look on your phone blue, you feel good.
Right. Feel good, man. You feel great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's like even being able to wear that, like, or have a hoodie, like that's what I was saying. Like we got the had to go meet with the vendors because we got the hoodie, we got the testers in today. So it's like we trying to get everything for the hoodies coming in and stuff
yeah.
like that.
Somebody gonna see and ask. Somebody see the hat and ask, "Yo, what's that?" And then you connect with somebody right there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Somebody who probably doesn't know about trading.
right.
You know? So that's all it is. Somebody gonna ask you
Yeah.
what's
Like what's Blue Profits, bro? Like what's that? And that's boom, easy. Like boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying?
green, but when they as money green, when you look at trading, it's blue.
Exactly.
That's the first thing. So that's a good concept. Blue
Yeah.
profit.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate
That's
it.
a
Man, spent a lot of time like just putting thoughts into it, man. Like and trying to get it right, playing with the logo, just trying to get it right. You know what I'm saying?
it's a trucker.
Hmm.
It's a trucker. It's a trucker. It's the trucker.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the snapbacks and then for like the women and stuff, I got the like the dad hat. I got you know,
Dad hats. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the dad hats is going for like 25 and then the snaps is going for like 35. So some
I
Psych,
fuck
man.
dad hats more than the
Yeah,
snapbacks.
bro. Yeah, everybody been copying the dad hats, bro. Like no cap. Everybody been like,
I haven't worn a snapback in so long.
yeah, 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 bro.
I fuck with a lot of. I have a lot of dad hats.
Yeah, bro.
But that should be that be ripping out my dress, so I kind of gave it a break.
Yeah.
Wear it, it kind of rips out the dreads over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been growing my hair for like
Yeah,
14
no, I know. That's why I'm listening, because I'm like, shit, I need to know these things. Shit, you know, I'm
Yeah,
1 year in the game.
yeah. If you wear a lot of hats, it tend to take out your hair over time.
Okay, okay.
And wear a lot. I used to wear a lot of hats. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. I still have them, but not as much no more.
Yeah, yeah.
But it does take your hair out over time.
Over time, okay. Like wearing a hat all the time.
All the time. But anytime my hair is messed up, I would just throw a hat on.
Yeah.
Now I just leave it.
Yeah, totally. Like, yeah. No,
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I feel that. But yeah, man. Like,
I wanted to ask you something though. In terms of the psychology part of the whole trading, like, what's your whole mindset? Like, how do you get into that zone with the whole, like, in terms of dealing with like consecutive losses? Like, how do you handle that?
risk management.
Risk management.
I understand my risk management. Like me, I could probably take like 5, 6 losses in a row. You know what I'm saying? That hasn't happened, but like I if I did, bro, like I know my account wouldn't shift. You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't shift to the point where it's like I'm panicking and I gotta hurry up and make the money. Like, and that's the thing is like once you start taking consecutive losses, you gotta know when to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like me, if I take like depending on how I take them L's, you know what I'm saying? But if I take them like 2 L's back to back, then I'll probably chill, you know what I'm saying, for that day. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll chill for that day because I know like, all right, the market isn't moving with my system. You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm seeing, like if I took a solid entry and then boom, that shit don't work out, and then you know like later on or something, I keep analyzing, boom, and I try to find another entry, either going in that same direction or like switch my bias and I catch another L. Yeah, I'm done for today, G. Because it's just like I'm not in tune with what's happening, whether it's news, whether it's you know what I mean.
Right.
I'm not in tune with the market right now. It's like I'll let it breathe for that day.
I took a loss not because I was wrong. It just went against me. I think partially my stop loss was tight. It was a little bit too tight, and I took a loss. And I was like, "Yo, what the fuck did I do wrong?" Huh?
GU?
Yeah, like what did I do wrong?
Shit,
And
show me.
It actually re-entered like after it that whole thing that you had told me about, like that I didn't really understand. Like I took a buy right here, right? It went in my favor, but I wasn't like looking at it. So it came all the way back down and closed me out. And then when it made this, you call it the transition on the lower, like on the 15-minute right here, I saw this and I took it again right here. So when I took it right here and I saw that, I'm like, yo, why the fuck did it do that?
Yeah.
I couldn't figure that part out.
Yeah. And what time frame you on?
All this spike is what took me out.
Yeah. What time frame?
I was looking at it from the 15-minute.
So that's the 15 that you on right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me go back to your entry, your first initial entry. Let me see.
My initial entry was right here.
Right.
So it did go in profit and give me the move I was looking for.
Right.
But I was thinking it was going to continue, but it actually came back down and closed me out.
So why you ain't have a TP set in an exhaustion?
I didn't, and that's my mistake. I didn't have a TP set.
Exactly. That gray zone that you got up there. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had that.
That should have been TP area for sure.
This should have been TP area.
And they would have got hit.
And what's crazy, I was kind of conflicted too, because I was saying this probably will sell off in the morning. You know, when I did the fibs, this right here is a 50% area right here from this swing.
That move.
So I was anticipating the swing, but I just didn't take because my bias was more buy.
Right.
So I was like, I didn't know how far it would swing down. So I was like, let me just be conservative and wait on a buy setup, which that transition period that you talked about right here.
So when you entered, right?
Yeah.
To the left, that was the transition that happened.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So the transition that happened that you actually entered on, that was the transition happening. Like that was the initial break that just happened right there with that big ass candle. That was
Right here.
break, right? And then it came back to retest to continue the real trend. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
So
you
it
entered
really
during the
retested, but
transition.
you see when I looked at it, I saw that it was breaking, but because and then it went back up. So when I saw the wicks, all this bomb pressure, I'm like, okay, it's ready now. So I didn't take the initial move. I was waiting
And that's
a
fine.
higher low point right here.
Wait for your and you could have waited for, like you said, look at your moving averages, how tight they are. You don't want to enter when your
right. And
that
that's what I said. Like this 200 period moving average, I think this what brought it back down.
yeah, definitely. And then it's tight right there. You got the bullish pressure coming in, and then all you had to do was wait for your moving averages to cross, along with that bullish engulfing that happened right there, and you in the market, man.
I actually wrote that down this week, like next time, because I actually went back and try to see if I could find setups with this similar.
That's a good
with
job.
like the moving averages right here,
right?
To see how the price reacts if it goes through it like straight away, or it tends to go and come back down.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of figured that out this week. So
okay.
I had 3 solid trades going up because I realized it was respecting this trend line.
Right.
So I had 3 solid trades.
That's a good ass trend line you do too, man.
Yeah.
Hell
you see, the technical part has never been my problem. I just
at all,
like,
bro.
I don't know why I could never be consistent. It's been fucking with my head for a minute because
you can, bro. You can, because even though the way that you're able to break down the market to me, bro, and tell me like why you're getting in and everything like that, it's on point. It's just you're in different parts of the market that you're supposed to be in. Like you saw that the move that you caught that time was earlier than when it was ready, like you said.
Right.
And that's all that is.
And then I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, if this was a live market, because I wasn't trading live this week, I'm gonna put some money in this tonight. I'm thinking to myself, all right, if I took that loss, would I be confident enough to retake it?
You would
after it
had proper risk management. If you use proper risk management, you wouldn't have gave 2 fucks. You would have been like, all right, stop me out. You know what I'm saying? And that's the other thing too, is like just understanding, like if you're not gonna monitor your trades, you know what I'm saying? You better have a stop loss at least at break even.
Right.
Once that shit go in your favor, because the first rule that Q has in our 5DC book is never let a winner turn into a loser. You never let a winner turn into a loser. So, you know what I'm saying? As soon as that bitch, you know what I mean, went up 5, 10, 15 pips, and you knew if you was tired, whatever the case you had going on, like boom, put my stop profit break even. So if that shit do come back and hit my shit, at least I'm not tripping because I ain't lose no trade. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. All right, cool. And now I could keep analyzing, keeping my same bias. You know what I'm saying, or whatever the case is, because you already knew what part of the market that you was in. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Even if you did, say you didn't, right? But you use proper risk management. So your stop loss probably 20, 25 pips, whatever the case is, right? Proper risk management. Boom, that ain't shit compared to your next trade. You see what I'm saying? Because if you risking 25 pips, man, you shooting for at least 50. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially with that higher time frame move, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it shouldn't be shit. Like I tell you all the time, trading should be boring to you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you entering your trades and shit like that, your heart shouldn't be beating. It shouldn't be like, oh, I gotta keep checking my phone and shit. It should be like, all right, bet, like, boom, I put an order in. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's regular. I do this shit all the time. Whether it's demo, whether it's live, whether I'm paper trading, writing my shit out, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's the same feeling. You know what I mean? It should be the same feeling every time.
Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. Even this week now, like the past two weeks, I've been trying to aim for 30 points, and I've slipped up with that trade because I didn't set a take profit. So I know moving forward now, my mindset can't be home runs. It got to be.
And guess what? Some losing trades end up being like a win in a sense. You see what I'm saying? So I don't even look at that trade that you just showed me as an L because you was able to gain knowledge from that trade. You was able,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like next time that shit happen, bro, you're gonna be able to capitalize like a motherfucker, especially with your the way your technicals are lined up. You know what I mean? With that trend line right there, bro, respecting that trend line. Every time that shit bounced and touched that trend line, you should have been executed.
Yeah,
and that's
that's exactly what I did. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I did every time.
Yeah,
So I see that the 200 period boom, it was respecting the 200,
okay,
and then it made an engulf in the both times, and I just took it off of that. I didn't take it off of nothing
because you're entering technically. You see what I'm saying? You're not entering based off of emotions. You're entering based off of your system, based off of your edge, based off of what you see. You see what I'm saying? Not what you know, not what you think, but what you see actually occurring. You see what I'm saying? And that's how it should.
You know, the fibs, I've been like trying to implement my system using the fibs, like always wait on a retracement, because over time, over the years, I've noticed that the market always retraces.
Always.
You know, and you don't always got to catch the 100% of the move. You just probably need to catch 40, 50% of the move.
You just want a good portion. Well, you look, it's so hard. I think Q told me probably like he like, bro, like I probably caught 100% of the move probably like 4 or 5 times in my career. You know what I'm saying? And you can only imagine how many trades this dude did took. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you want to catch a nice portion, 70%, 60% of the move, because if you're doing that, you good. Especially with a decent lot size, you good.
And that's what I found out over time. You don't gotta catch the whole move. It takes some time. I've learned over the years it takes the time to activate your trade. It takes time to go. Sometimes the market walks and consolidates before it's trying to flush out. You know, I went through all those motions.
All type of shit.
You know, I went through all those motions, but I definitely feel me being more in tune with the markets these past 2 weeks has made me like a little bit more confident in what I've been trying to like get at, because I know the technicals wasn't my problem. I just been feeling like, yo, I'm not seeing something.
Yeah.
You know, and a big part of it was a psychological part. You know what's crazy? That book you told me about, I went back and I checked my Amazon account. I bought that book.
For real?
I actually had that book for like 2017. I just don't. It's probably in one of my crates that I keep my clothes, because I just moved down here. Because I'm like, yo, that book seemed familiar. Because I bought books before, but I always, once I read through them, I'm like, okay, I got the gist of what it's saying.
Okay.
And I never ever like go all the way through it.
Yeah.
You know, so I've bought a couple of books, but you know, I realized that no book is gonna really teach me, you know, the experience.
But you got to think, bro. You at the point where it's like you don't need no more teaching, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that won't the purpose. The purpose is to set your mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think, even when like these, you know, players like NBA players, NFL players, when they play in these championship games, bro, a lot of times, bro, them niggas is reading before they play. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, like it's about setting your mindset up. You know what I mean? Like even if it's certain things that like I said in that book that you don't need or don't need to use, it's like even skimming through it, it's like, damn, all right, bet. They're talking about trading, they're talking about candlesticks. I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that, and I'm getting a different perspective on the market. You know what I'm saying? Like literature wise, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you recording these things differently, you know. So when you apply that shit to your own charts, it's like, bet I feel you're gonna feel more sound. You know what I'm saying? Just because you've been reading up on, you've been researching. You know what I'm saying? So it's an extra confidence booster. You know, it's not so much like, can this book teach me what I'm missing? Like hell no, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not missing shit.
It's a thought process. It's more. I think it's, as it says, the thought process behind the whole thing.
That's it. I
promise you. Process.
It's just gonna set your mindset, man. Like same thing with journaling. Like it just sets your mindset. So when you write your TP down, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be you're gonna trust that much more in that TP because you wrote it down than you just thinking the TP, and then you see something fluctuate on the fucking charts, and because you're impulsive, you get out. And then get out, the market go back in your favor. Where really, if you just would have wrote that TP down and stuck to your bias and just every time you checked your charts, time stamped and wrote how you felt about wrote your feelings out, you know what I'm saying? So that way it's like, damn,
Really?
okay, 5:30, GU made me feel like this because, you know what I'm saying, whoop de whoop de whoop. Bet I'm still holding because my TP is this, price is this right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I break shit down. So that way I'm not.
I never looked at it that way.
Yeah, bro. So I'm never weary about shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's I keep it all technical. I keep it all within the lines. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
I never looked at it that way in terms of like breaking it all down. You know, the timestamps, what it do this time, how I feeling with like the whole every detail.
Part of your psychology. It's a part of everything, bro. Like that's why even like when I was back at school and we was doing clinicals and shit, like we write shit down. Like everything. If I'm sitting here and you talking to me and stuff like that, like whole time I'm writing down what you're saying. I'm writing, you know what I'm saying? How can I help? All these type of things, like just jotting notes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that whole shit about this trading shit being psychological is definitely true. It took me a while to figure that part out. It took me a couple of L's to really be understanding like your mind got to be right, you know, at all times, because you know going in a drawdown like this this in the past, soon as like let's say I was seeing when it closed me out.
Mm-hmm.
In the past, I would have just closed it out because I'm seeing it breaking. I wouldn't have understood that it closed it didn't close below.
Right.
These wicks mean that buyers coming back
Just,
in the market.
exactly. That's just the lowest point that the market tried to reach. It didn't close.
Exactly. You know, and I figured that out over just through losses, just through going through the motions. You know, all this I figured this out. Soon as I see it did this and make this higher point, I'm like, this is it right here. I just took it. They just off the fib level.
Right.
You know, because I don't use a 50% 68. I got different fib levels that
that's cool.
That I use.
That's cool. Yeah.
You know, I use 62, 70, and 79.
Okay.
You know, so once I seen this, price touched this point, I took it.
That's still great risk to reward, bro. Like that's great risk to reward. Stop loss right under the last higher low point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Got all that support that it got, that price has to break through to even go to you, to even try to get to your stop loss. So you good.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So after I saw that it did that and I came back to the computer and I saw it, I'm like, all right, this is what it's doing. Let me reanalyze to see how I could, you know, get that higher point, because that's what I'm looking for, a higher point right now. Exactly. To go. I still wasn't looking for a sell. Once I saw those wicks.
Right.
I wasn't looking for a sell. You know, but it was, I'm like, I was kind of confused, like, all right, it did this and closed me back out. What is it trying to tell me right here? You know, I had to sit and reason it out to myself. You know, so you know, that's just the part I'm trying.
That's the only way niggas is gonna
learn. What's that?
I said that's the only way people gonna learn, bro, is sitting, like you said, reasoning and trying to wait till things close to understand what's valid and what's not. You know what I'm saying?
You know, the psychological part is what I'm definitely, you know, I'm working on that part day by day. As you said, I'm gonna try to check that you told me about. How was I feeling at 4 a.m? You know, what was the market say?
Like every time you check it, like timestamp, like boom, all right, 5:30, I entered off of this candlestick, whoopie whoopie whoop, you know, boom. Then you check it again, 9 o'clock, 4-hour candle just closed, 4 hours looking like this. Bias is still bullish. You know, my entry time frame is looking like this. Higher lows are still being formed. So this is how I feel about my trade while I'm maintaining. Boom, check it again. 12 every 4 hours or whatever the case is. You know, whatever. Once you get, you know, get into your rhythm of how you check your trades and all of that. All it is time stamping and just writing your feelings out, and then really tracking your trades and just being disciplined as far as like making sure my stop loss is out of fluctuation zone.
Right.
Making sure that once the market goes 20, 30 pips, you know, in my favor, even 15 pips, I'm moving my shit to break even. So I'm not taking no L's, bro. Like I'm not taking no L's if I can prevent that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, once I got some, or even if you don't feel comfortable doing that, it's like shit. Take partials.
Yeah, take partial profits. Yeah,
you know
yeah.
like don't try to kill yourself trying to, you know what I mean? like it's ways to ease your mind, bro. Like it's so many ways now. You know what I'm saying?
You know, one of the things I did this week specifically, I with a standard, but both half standards, like 1.5 and another 0.5.
Are you scaled in?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but both at the same level technically, but one's aiming for like 15 and the other one's like going for 30 pips. So
okay.
I'm gonna get 10, 15 pips and let just try to get 30 with the other one, or let it run to see how far.
Okay.
Dude, that's what I did this week. I know I had a standard going up, but one of the ones that it's a half stand, half 0.5, 0.5.
0.5, yep.
Yeah.
How do you feel with that? Like breaking it up?
It felt normal, you know, because I know
That's
the first
what I usually do.
I know one, I was definitely trying to get at least half the 30, half 30, like 10, 15 pips and close it out. Let the other one run for the full 30 or more.
Okay.
So my projection is always now 30 pips. Like, don't runs because they're not going to happen all the time. Sometimes it's going to end up coming back against me and break even.
Got to get more momentum to be able to go. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know, so this week I tried. I worked on that, trying to scale in with the standard. You know, even though it's a demo, I did that lot size because I was trying to, like, this is what I'm using in real life.
You should.
You know, this is what I'm using. I wasn't gonna go no 5 lots just to take it. I'm not there. I'm trying to do a standard so I could adjust my mind to
make that shit as realistic as possible.
Exactly, you know. And that's what I did. So this week, it's been pretty helpful, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, bro.
It's helping me stay in tune because not all the time I was in tune with what was going on.
Yeah.
I was every other day, every 2 days.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't got no money, so I don't got to pay no attention to it. But that's not how it goes.
That's your pair. You treat it like your girlfriend, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, like you gotta know what she doing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta know what she doing all the time, but it's like every 4-8 hours you need to check in and see what's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, see what's going on, bro, and just jot down, bro. Like, all right, this happened on a monthly, cool. Bias is still this, cool. Like, you know what I mean? You a weatherman, bro. Really, you know what I'm saying? Like, any type of analogy, bro. Like, I promise you, like, that's how you gotta look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to forecast what's going on, what can happen, what's the possibilities. You know, where's my edge at in this type of environment? If I'm in a thunderstorm, you know, like consolidation, where will my edge be? Okay, I know my edge is gonna be either at the bottom of the consolidation or at the top of the consolidation. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be stuck in the eye of the hurricane and shit. You know what I mean? Like all that going on, like, you know, I don't even want to put that type of stress on myself. Like, even if it's like an uptrend, okay, I'm at a higher low point. All right, it made a bullish engulfing, but is this valid? You know, just because it made a bullish engulfing around some support, you know, is it valid? Can I go down on the 30-minute and see that, you know, a point of resistance been broken, a new higher high has been formed, and a new higher low, you know what I'm saying, was just formed. You know, like, can I see all those things that add up this higher time frame? You know what I mean? Like, now that I know that it's valid, okay, cool. You know, then you start working out, you know, on those lower time frames. That's when I know I can work out. Like, I'm waiting on my higher low point. I'm waiting to see some type of bullish variation. I'm waiting to see some type of momentum that's attractive to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting in no shit with no wicks and shit like that just because I seen a bullish engulfing on the higher time frame. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the market could do whatever it wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So I want it to tell me what it's gonna do. I want to see it. You know, and I want it to look attractive. I want that 30-minute to be that 30-minute candle, that 15-minute candle to be full, you know, closed out full. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know we're not getting in on the bullish engulfing, we getting in it on the third candle after. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So after the bullish and candle then closed out, all right, boom, I'm waiting on that third candle to retrace a little bit like it always do. Leave that little wick behind that closed out at that last bearish candle.
Right.
And then boom, I'm in. I'm catching the momentum going up. You know, stop loss behind the last higher low point, and I ain't tripping no more, bro. Like, I use good risk management, so it's like I'm not tripping if I see a little bit of drawdown. You know, that happens. That's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna make sure my stop loss gives it enough room to breathe, and if it gets hit, then I know I was wrong. Straight up. But if that shit shoot up in profit and I'm tracking it in 15, 30 minutes, I'm seeing, higher highs, higher lows being formed, boom, stop loss going in profit or stop loss going break even. You know what I'm saying? I catch some momentum, stop loss going profit, stop loss break even. You know what I'm saying? Easy, bro. And I'm letting that shit run. So that shit, I wake up, that I'm up 900, I'm up 1,000, cool. If I wake up and I close out break even, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking in a series of trades. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking just this one trade. I'm all right, this is one game out of 17 trades that I'm gonna take probably for the week or some shit, or 12 trades I'm gonna take for the week. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or 8 trades I'm gonna take for, like, it don't matter. It's just like, I'm thinking in series. This one trade is not gonna define me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you gotta think. Straight up. Like, that one trade, man, all right, cool. It's just one out of whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna do this shit. And that's what you gotta tell y'all. I do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So all that other shit is cool. It's whatever. I know what I'm doing. I know what I need to do to get to my next level. I have goals, like you said, my 30 pip goals every day that lead up to my weekly goals. If that's not hit, boom, I start over next week. You know what I'm saying? If I'm hitting that consistently, boom, all right, I give myself a raise. All right, we've been hitting 30. Boom, let's up our lot size a little bit now and still hit 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you do it. Because you don't gotta catch 50, you don't gotta catch 100 pips every day. You don't gotta catch 250, you catch 200 pips a week. You know what I'm saying? And be straight. 150 pips a week and be straight, like, with the right lot size. You know? So it's like, you just gotta get consistent at what it is that you good at. That's it. Get consistent at what you're good at. You know what I'm saying? And you already said it's not your technicals. So enter technically, exit technically. Put your emotions on paper so that way you could read them and put that shit to the side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Hell yeah.
All right, V, I appreciate that. It's always nice to just talk to somebody who knows what they're doing. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, bro. You already know, bro. We locked in, bro. Iron sharpens iron. You know what I'm saying? Because even through our, you know what I mean?
Definitely more in tune with it now. Definitely more in tune with what's going on.
Yeah.
And I see the benefits, especially the past 2 weeks, just focusing on one pair.
Yeah.
I see that. Like, I see the benefits in that now. Just focusing on one pair versus bouncing from, you miss moves because you're focusing all over the place.
Exactly. You be missing the big shit because it's just like, damn, I was over here trying to trade fucking
G and
UJ or some shit, and then fucking GU took the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? And then you on IG, look, and then you have on IG and everybody you know then caught your move. That's how it be, bro. So trust me, I know, bro. I'm hip. Yeah. That shit do not feel good, bro. But it's like, boom, like, that's why we do this. That's why we go back and see where could we have been better? Where can I have been more precise? You know what I'm saying? Do I need to be more patient? Like, do I need to write extra shit down? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, I feel you.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
All right, man. So, it was good fucking with you, though. Yo,
you good for this session?
Huh?
I said, you good for this session?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. Okay. So we could go again Tuesday. Tuesday sound good?
No, Wednesday. I'm going to New York because I'm going back to New York Tuesday.
Oh, man, you better be careful up there, man. You know that COVID shit coming back, bro.
That's my home, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I go like every once or twice a week. Like,
okay.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna go do my hair right quick and come back.
Okay. That's smooth. Yeah. Hell yeah. I know they about to get you right up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come back. So Wednesday, around time, like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I'll be back.
Okay. So just let me know when you're comfortable and stuff, bro. We can lock in.
All right, I got you.
All right, appreciate you, bro.
Take care.
All right.